Johnson-Cook material model is a widely used constitutive model. It is used to describe the plastic behavior of material like metals, copper, steel, which is under high strain rates, large deformation, and varying temperatures. So, it is particularly useful in applications like ballistic impact, metal cutting, impact simulation, crash analysis, and dynamic analysis. So, in this equation, the key components are: first bracket is the strain hardening term, second bracket is the strain rate term, and third bracket is the thermal softening term, where A is the yield stress of the material, B is the strain hardening parameter, N is the strain hardening exponent, and C is the strain rate sensitivity parameter, and epsilon P is the accumulated plastic strain. So, these are the parameters which are described here. Now, we will calculate all these parameters A, B, N, C and M in this video. So, first of all, we will calculate the parameters which are given in a bracket, first bracket, that is in strain hardening term. So, let us move into the procedure to calculate the first bracket parameters. So, the procedure to calculate first bracket parameter, which are A, B and N, are as follows. For example, first we will calculate A. We always calculate A at first. So, A is the yield stress of the material which is under consideration. So, you can calculate yield stress by drawing point 2 offset line parallel to the elastic curve, or by simply plotting true stress versus plastic strain curve. So, now one thing is very important. We calculate all the parameters at reference strain rate. So, the user must note that you are calculating parameters at a reference strain rate. Like for example, we take generally the reference strain rate as 10 to the power minus 4 per second or 10 to the power minus 5 per second. But the user is free to choose reference strain rate. It can be above or below. For example, you have done 5 tests at different strain rate like 10 to the power minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 1. So, you can choose any of the strain rate. You can choose 1 per second strain rate also. So, we choose here 10 to the power minus 4 per second strain rate, which is good. Now, A is calculated. Now, we will calculate the value of B. So, here is a curve. You can see that we have calculated A by plotting two stress versus plastic strain curve, and the point, this is the yield stress of the material, which is calculated at 10 to the power minus 4 per second strain rate. Now, we will calculate the parameter B and N. So, for calculating the parameter B and N, there are two ways which I have given here. For example, first thing is you just take sigma minus A is equal to K. So, what is sigma? Sigma is a true stress and A is a yield stress. So, sigma value is always above the yield stress. For example, your yield stress is 854, then sigma value is above 854. For example, you can take 874, 870. So, it is always above the value of yield stress. So, in this curve, I have shown that you can take like this 4 values or 5 values or 6 values. I have taken 5 values here. So, first value I have taken here and here. So, this is a maximum point or ultimate stress of the material, and third value I have taken at the mid of the curve, that is at point 3 and 4 and 5. So, this is the plot up to a plastic strain, up to a ultimate stress, not the plastic strain, up to ultimate stress. So, this is the ultimate stress value at point 2. I have chosen 5 values. So, after choosing 5 values, I plotted the curve between K and plastic strain here, and the curve fitting is done in the origin. So in the origin, you can do the curve fitting and simply apply the power law. And second thing is you can plot the linear curve fit also by arranging this type of equation. Thank you, and we will calculate parameters C and M in the next video. Thanks you.